Hello lovely people, it's been a little bit, but one of the things that I did this past weekend, which I thought I would talk about, is that I worked on my poppet a bit. I did, boo-boo, it happened, oh my goodness. And so one of the things that I did with the poppet is that I really, I don't know, I have this thing where I don't like to mess with something once it's done. Like I'm good about totally changing plans, but making alterations or slight adjustments to any plans I'm making, including that in my witchcraft, I'm not good at doing. I'm really bad at adapting in small ways as opposed to big ways. I can notice a big change. A slight change feels almost like giving up. Like if I alter it too soon, it won't work. And one of the things that has really been bothering me a lot lately is that my poppet, my sewing of it, it was hand sewn, it's clearly hand done, and there's definitely some alterations I could make, but for some reason I felt nervous to, you know, trim a bit off here, re-sew this part here, and then there's a little hole that is currently popped up in it, so it needs some repair anyway, so we're gonna do that instead. That's what I did. I decided to repair the poppet. Now, one of the things that has always kind of bothered me is just, you can tell the legs are a little bit off, the arms are definitely different sizes, the neck is in a weird angle with the shoulders, and the head itself is very, very long. And so making these slight alterations and moving through, doing it with black thread as well, I felt was very important. So within the whole process of everything, a lot of what I did was just making sure there was plenty of black thread that I then could bless. I blessed my needles and a bunch of other things with, I made sure to cleanse the whole thing with some sage, just to really clear out any sort of weird things, any weird energies attached to any of those stuff. And on top of it too, I feel like it's important to, I don't know, I felt that the poppet itself, along with me, I've gotten into some bad negative self-talk lately. I haven't really been focusing on my self-love or appreciation of my meat suit and stuff of this nature. So I wanted to kind of use some sage and cleanse out the poppet to hopefully get rid of that, you know, to do a little magical assistance in the mental health realm. I want to prop it up as much as possible. So that's what I did, cleansed it all out with some sage, and then I also had, during the entire making of the poppet, a bunch of dragon's blood incense going, which imbuing the power, protection, you know, that extra oomph really in there along with it. And I think overall this is something I'm attempting to do more of. Why is it that when there are small adjustments to be made, small corrections, just a quick little change of course, just slightly, not drastic, just enough, I feel so much resistance to it. I feel so much hesitation in making these small jumps. A drastic jump, and maybe it's because I can see the effectiveness of it so quickly. You know, a drastic change leads to a drastic change in results, and something more subtle, more just a little fine-tuning is harder to recognize and to see, and therefore I struggle with it. I don't want to do it as much. So I'm trying to work on that more in my magic. There are a lot of spells that I've done over the years, continuous spells, that I feel like they just fall a bit short. You know, something's happening, but it's not quite what I meant. You know what I mean? And instead of redoing a whole new spell or breaking down the spell, doing a cord cutting or like whatever the hell I need to cut the energies and starting from scratch, I think instead I'm going to take charmed elements, my poppet, things like this, and adapt and move forward with it. So anyway, that was this week's video. And to conclude this, I am now going to take the poppet, and to help it connect a little better with my subconscious and really keep the things up and going, I have now placed it underneath my pillow. I will sleep with it for a full, let's see here, let's do 3 days, a nice round 3 underneath the pillow to help connect it to me in general. Anyway, that was this week's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.